From melting glaciers in Alaska to Earth-observing systems at NASA Goddard.
Tom Skilling is here with one final destination in his quest for the latest climate science. Tom?
Yeah, guys, I think you're going to find this interesting. We have tapped experts from many corners of the climate science community to bring you this series on climate change. It's been quite an adventure over the last 6 months. And tonight, in our final segment, we head to the drought-plagued Southwest U.S., the driest metropolitan city in this country is supplied by the largest reservoir in the nation, and it's in deep trouble. But this is a story of innovation and how one community is going to great depths to attempt to adapt to our changing climate. We didn't come out to Las Vegas to take in a show. We came out to see the water, 40 miles away at Lake Mead.
You don't think of the desert region and fishing and boats at all.
Biggest reservoir in the nation.
Captain Ray Poulin guides visitors hoping to hook a striped bass from the basin. He's been fishing these waters for 27 years.
And then cast it out. There you go, perfect.
In the last 5, his business has nearly dried up. It's not easy to get out here. There's just one remaining launch point, a dusty extension where water once stood.
And this drought's been going on for 20 years.
Amid the rugged beauty, an ugly reminder.
Look at that. Wow. You get a real feel for just what kind of level change there's been in the water out here, don't you? Wow.
What's called the bathtub line marks where water levels once reached. The reservoir has dropped about 170 feet since 2000.
Nobody has seen this since the dam was built. Never been this low since they filled it.
That was back in the 1930s when the basin swelled from the Colorado River. Hoover Dam was constructed for power, flood control, recreation, and water storage.
It's unbelievable. I moved here in '96 from the great state of Maine, and I did see water flowing over the dam, over the spillway, up until probably, I'm guessing, 2001-ish. Now to see it down 170 odd feet is depressing.
As demand grows beyond what the river can produce, Colorado River flows have plunged from the last century's average by 20%. The past 22 years have been the driest on record in the river's drainage basin. Climate change is warming the region and has contributed to dramatically reduced rain and winter snow. The region is in a drought believed to be the worst in 1,200 years. Yet 40 million people rely on the natural resource, more than 2 million of them in a growing Las Vegas.
So Ray, this is the water, one of 3 water intakes here on Lake Mead.
This is number 3.
90% of the area's water supply is pumped from the reservoir, but not from this intake, now exposed and no longer functional due to the historically low water levels.
That's a big pipe.
That's a big pipe. And at one time, that was underwater when the lake levels were higher.
That's about 178 feet, plus or minus.
Yeah.
So it was under a good 160 feet of water.
You take the water issue very seriously.
We do. Las Vegas is the driest metropolitan city in the nation.
Miles away in downtown Las Vegas, water officials make it clear.
The future here is water conservation.
Deputy General Manager of Resources Colby Pellegrino says the Southern Nevada Water Authority recognized the dire situation 2 decades ago when drought conditions forced their hand.
What we're seeing may not be a drought that's temporary. It may be a permanent ecosystem and ecological change where we are going to continue to get less precipitation, warmer temperatures, and that's fundamentally going to change our basin and the hydrology. We're seeing elevations that we've never seen before in those reservoirs, and we know that climate change will continue to impact them.
Instead of taking a gamble that levels would rise naturally, the agency took serious action.
Climate change has affected us in quite a few ways. Warming temperatures is the key one. We are seeing more days above 100 degrees. We anticipate that to continue to increase. We think that by mid-century we'll add about 30 more days above 100 degrees over what we have today. Obviously, all that warming leads to more water use.
In order to adapt, they dug deeper.
Climate change is going to require adaptation, and this is one of the biggest adaptation projects in the world. These are 34 pumps that reach deeper into falling Lake Mead than ever before in order to continue to supply water to Las Vegas. This project cost $1.2 billion. That's the most spent on any climate change adaptation project by a single city in the world.
Called the third straw, the system completed in 2020 pulls water from Lake Mead, even if levels drop to what's called dead pool. That's when water can no longer be released through Hoover Dam downstream to users in California, Arizona, and Mexico.
Our water supply isn't coming locally. The Colorado River is primarily snowmelt in the Rockies. So the biggest manifestation of the changing climate is how that changes the Colorado River's flows. And that's why we're working really hard to bring the Colorado River a little bit more sustainable future. We're a fairly new city, so if it's hitting a drain, it's being captured and returned back to the Colorado River through Lake Mead.
The bigger problem is outside.
An incredibly dry environment. Nothing grows outdoors in Las Vegas without being irrigated.
Incentives and water restriction programs have worked to reduce consumption, even as the region explodes in population.
Since 2002, we've added about 750,000 people to this valley. We're also using 26% less water.
With exceptions for schools, parks, and cemeteries, a natural desert landscape is favored, in some cases mandated, over high-maintenance lawns.
Cash for grass. We pay $3 per square foot for you to remove and convert your grass.
Golf courses have water budgets, and so do casinos. Those fancy fountains, that's nuisance groundwater, pumped to great heights for entertainment value, not a drain on the system, we're told.
We don't have a growth problem, we have a water footprint problem.
Even with aggressive efforts in place, there's another concern. The towering structures that surround Hoover Dam pull in water to generate power. So we're inside the dam itself.
Exactly. Yep.
We traveled below the surface to see how experts are navigating the situation above.
So this is the water coming out.
Yep. This is the water after it's been spun to the turbines and generated power. Then it gets released a little bit below us, and then it moves downstream towards Lake Mojave.
Noe Santos knows the water. He grew up in the area. The river operations manager for the U.S. Department of the Interior says modern-day supply doesn't match allocations of the past.
Well, we didn't know then, but we do know now is that the early 1900s were some of the wettest periods on record for the Colorado River.
Now, in much drier times.
On a good year, we lose about probably 5 feet of elevation with all the different uses and inflows. I believe this year we're going to be losing about 14 feet or so in elevations.
At Hoover Dam, water creates energy for up to 450,000 households. About 50% goes to California, with Nevada and Arizona dividing the other half.
The next chapter of the Colorado River's history is going to be a lose-lose. Everyone has to use less.
But you know what's amazing too as we come out here, how much water is left.
Right now we're in about 300 feet of water, plus or minus.
It's in a way kind of reassuring because you see the bathtub ring and you think, wow, the loss of water. But you realize there really is quite a load of water yet to go. Do you think you'll ever see it back at the stage where it
Not
was
in my
full?
lifetime, I can't imagine. It's taken 20 years to lose this much water. I'm guessing it would take about the same amount to fill it back up.
Just last week, the U.S. Department of the Interior announced it may take unilateral federal action to protect what's left of Lake Mead and its water. The public will have until December 20th to weigh in on several options designed to cut back on water usage. This has been an epic journey, and we hope you've enjoyed this series. A reminder, if you've missed any parts of our series, we have all of them up online, posted on our WGNTV.com website. And this Friday at 7 o'clock right here on WGN, we'll air a 1/2 hour special forecast of fragile climate. And I might add, on a personal note, to my amazing WGN colleagues, producer extraordinaire Catherine Zink, and the ever-talented video journalist and editor supreme Steve Shore, who were with us every step of the way and beyond. I don't know what I could have done without your help. These guys are just amazing. Catherine works with Dina Bear on those excellent medical reports we present every night. So I'll tell you, they were a talented group, but boy, was it interesting. The folks out there are not hiding the problem at all. And in fact, the day we were out there, they had international film crews coming in to talk to them about the water conservation they're doing, because we're not alone in this country dealing with climate change problems. That's going on elsewhere in the world as well.
At least they're working on it. I thought it interesting how they're paying people not to put grass on the lawn.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
It's a far different environment than we're used to here. Tell you one thing, you look out on the 20% of the fresh water we have sitting in the Great Lakes with new appreciation, as if we ever failed to have appreciation for that incredible resource. It makes us realize we want to take care of it. By the way, I asked them, you sometimes hear about pipelines being built from here out there. They said, by the time you'd license something like that, it's never going to happen. So there are not plans to pipe Great Lakes water out there.
They just have to figure out to use what they have or not use what they have.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Amazing reporting, Tom.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Tom.